Paul Smith, Lead with a Story, a guide to crafting business narratives that captivate, convince, and inspire. Unearth the power of storytelling in business with the book Lead with a Story, a guide to crafting business narratives that captivate, convince, and inspire by Paul Smith. The summary delves into the importance of stories in corporate messaging and how they can be harnessed as powerful tools for communication, motivation, and knowledge sharing. Discover the unique advantages of storytelling, its impact on customer service, employee relations, and internal culture. Learn how stories can create strong bonds within teams, clarify policies, demonstrate company values, and inspire perseverance in the face of adversity.
The power of corporate storytelling. Corporate storytelling is a critical component of messaging to customers and employees. Stories have unique advantages over other forms of communication, including memorability and appeal to every type of learner. Businesses like Nike, Microsoft, FedEx, and Costco have incorporated storytelling into their strategies with the help of corporate storytellers. In the upcoming summary parts, we'll delve deeper into the specific areas of business that can be improved with storytelling. The power of customer service stories. Customer service experiences, both good and bad, are an opportunity for companies to learn and improve. Sharing these stories can lead to positive changes in the way employees provide service. Have you ever had an outstanding customer service experience that prompted you to leave a glowing review or commendation? Sharing these stories with others can have a significant impact on the company and its employees. Customer service stories provide valuable insights on how to get it right. For instance, Ray Brook wrote a commendation letter to the CEO of National Car Rental after employees went above and beyond for him when he faced a dilemma. His story became the new standard of service expected of employees at National. However, customer service stories are useless unless they're shared. As a leader, you can encourage customers to record their stories by creating a platform for them to share feedback. For example, a story box can be added to your company's website, or customers can be given self-addressed envelopes to share their experiences. Additionally, scanning customer review sites such as Yelp can also provide insights on the company's strengths and weaknesses. In conclusion, sharing customer service stories can offer an opportunity for companies to learn and improve. Positive feedback can motivate employees to set a higher standard of service, creating a culture of excellence. Stories speak louder. Companies should communicate their values and culture using compelling stories instead of bland slogans. A story can make a difference in how employees perceive their position in a company and better understand what is expected of them. While slogans are easily forgotten, stories that show actions rather than words leave a lasting impression. P&G is one company that uses stories to communicate their values effectively. For example, during the revolution in Egypt, P&G assisted an employee and their family in quickly leaving the country by buying them multiple tickets and arranging accommodation upon landing. By demonstrating their values through stories like these, companies can increase employees' confidence in their place of work and create a more positive working environment. Building strong teams with storytelling. Leaders can create strong relationships and diverse teams by encouraging storytelling in the workplace. Sharing personal stories creates bonds by showing the humanity of coworkers and helping people understand and change negative behaviors. Large companies are often plagued by a lack of personal connections between colleagues. However, as a leader, it's important to establish relationships within a team. Storytelling can be the solution to this problem. By motivating team members to share personal stories, leaders can encourage the formation of strong relationships within their team. Sharing stories makes colleagues relatable and helps build bonds between them. For instance, Jamie, despite being the head of his team, struggled to connect with anyone in his office. But during a bonding session, Jamie shared his personal experience regarding his brother who suffered from bipolar disorder and committed suicide. His story brought the team closer to him, and they realized that Jamie was more than just a coworker. It transformed him into a relatable person, and as a result, his team was willing to work harder for him. Sharing stories also helps in building a diverse team. It's essential to diversify based on skills and experiences, yet building such a team can be challenging. With stories, team members can share their discomfort and help others understand and change their negative behavior. In conclusion, storytelling is a powerful tool that leaders can use to create strong relationships among colleagues and to build diverse teams. By sharing personal stories, team members can see their colleagues as human beings with a shared understanding and empathy, ultimately resulting in more productive work environments. Learning company rules through stories. Leaders can use stories to inform employees of what they should and shouldn't do. Stories help bridge the gap between personal experience and company policy. A simple, compelling story can make policy become clear and understandable. Do you actually know all the rules and regulations of your company? Trial and error or personal experience can only provide limited knowledge. So, how can leaders inform employees of what they should and shouldn't do in a way that doesn't involve tedious rule reading? Stories provide a powerful tool for bridging the gap between personal experience and company policy. A classic example of this is with new P&G employees. The story of two workers who took advantage of the free cafeteria service for trainees provided a clear example of what would happen if employees tried to cheat the system. In this case, the cheaters were eventually caught and fired. Such stories are simple yet compelling, making policy clear and understandable. They also serve as strong examples for employees to follow. Leaders can take advantage of the power of storytelling in order to keep employees informed on what is expected of them, regardless of if they've read the rule book or not. The power of inspiring stories. Inspiring stories can motivate people to keep going and prevent them from giving up. Leaders can use such stories to inspire their team and help them persevere until the work is finished. The story of Tanzanian runner John Stephen Akhwari, who finished an Olympic marathon despite a dislocated knee, highlights the importance of determination. Similarly, managers can use stories of companies like P&G, which persevered through challenges to achieve success, to inspire their staff. Stories can be a powerful tool to keep people motivated and prevent them from jumping ship at the first sign of trouble. Crafting a compelling story. Every good story needs three elements: context, action, and result. Context helps the audience relate to the story, so start by establishing the setting, protagonist, and antagonist. Action is where the hero overcomes obstacles, but keep it concise. Finally, the result reveals the moral of the story and whether the hero triumphs or fails. By following these guidelines, you can craft a compelling and relatable story. The power of emotional storytelling. A good story is one that has the ability to evoke emotions from the audience, but it's crucial to appeal to the right ones. Texas reduced littering by 72% by producing ads that connected littering with damaging Texas itself, and featuring Texas's greatest sports stars and musicians, to evoke pride in their state. Knowing which emotional connections to make for your stories can be achieved through customer feedback, and the easiest place to find this feedback is in customer surveys. Companies can use this tactic to launch products that appeal to people's emotions. Add surprise to your story. Are you tired of listeners forgetting your stories? Inject some surprise to make them memorable. A story that begins with an action or a shocking event at the start will captivate your audience. End your story with a surprise to make it stick in the mind. Our brain releases adrenaline during a rush of excitement, which helps consolidate memories. Taking the example of Abraham Lincoln, a surprising twist at the end can provide a memorable impact, making it easy for your audience to recall your story. Be creative in story structuring to find the best way to incorporate surprises and leave a lasting impression on your listeners.
As we conclude our journey through the book summary, we've seen the immense value stories hold within the realm of business. By utilizing the power of storytelling, organizations can captivate their audience, share knowledge, promote values, build relationships, and create motivation among their employees. Employing the right stories can reinforce company culture and drive innovation. Remember the value of the CAR framework: context, action, and result, while crafting impactful narratives to engage your listeners effectively. Understand your audience and evoke the right emotions to amplify impact, and employ surprise to make your stories memorable. Embrace storytelling in business and harness its profound potential to captivate, convince, and inspire.